Hello and welcome to this, the first program of the 1986 Winfield Masters snooker title here at the lovely Tattersalls Club right in the heart of Sydney. 16 competitors will be battling it out during the first and second rounds, which will be played over the best of 3 frames. 8 visitors from overseas and Australia's top 8 competitors. Included in the overseas contingent are the new world champion Joe Johnson, the #1 ranked player in the world Steve Davis, and the first time that we've been able to welcome the 1979 world professional champion Terry Griffiths from Wales. Australia's representatives include Eddie Charlton, who's won the national title no less than 20 times. Also John Campbell, runner-up in last year's Winfield Masters, and he's also just returned from Great Britain after having a highly successful stint. And for the first time in televised snooker, Eddie Charlton's son, Edward. Your expert commentator throughout the tournament will be Rex Williams, the former world professional billiards champion and currently ranked 16th in the world snooker list. Welcome, Rex Williams. Well, Rex, the first 2 rounds and the semi-final in this tournament will be played as the best of 3 frames. How does that, say, compare with Pot Black, which was only over 1 frame?
Well, it's still a very short match as far as the professionals are concerned. It's a sudden death type match. I suppose the 3 frames favours the better players a little bit more, but anyone could win. I mean, this is a tremendous field and anyone could really win it.
Well, I'll put you on the spot. Who's the favourite before it starts?
Well, of course, we've got Joe Johnson, the current world snooker champion. Of course, he defeated Steve Davis in the final. But Steve is so consistent, I think I would just go for Steve.
OK, Rex Williams. Our first match will be featuring an Englishman, Tony Meo, and an up-and-coming Australian, Glen Wilkinson. Tony Meo is no stranger to Winfield Masters snooker. He's won this title twice, having first taken it in 1981 and then again last year when he defeated Australia's John Campbell. Tony Meo has also won the world doubles title 3 times. Welcome, Tony Meo. Tony Meo's first round opponent is an up-and-coming Australian, Glen Wilkinson. Glen took the Australian amateur title as the youngest ever person to achieve this in 1984. He turned professional only in 1985 and has just returned home after gleaning quite a deal of knowledge from the experience of playing amongst the best players in the world in the United Kingdom. Welcome, Glen Wilkinson. And our referee, as always, in Winfield Masters snooker, Ron Cherney.
Good.
Tony Meo to break.
So it's defending champion Tony Meo making the opening shot in the 1986 Winfield Masters snooker tournament. And a young man making his first appearance on television, Glen Wilkinson from Sydney.
Well, both players potted a couple of reds, and we pick up play again with Wilkinson leading 22-9.
And this has certainly got to be considered a frame-winning opportunity.
1.
Playing to leave a red into the same centre pocket as the blue. Hasn't gone quite far enough. Would like to have gone a little bit further with that
6.
and got the red and back onto the blue. Now he's forced into going down for the yellow.
7.
So the cue ball now having to travel quite a fair distance. So he's got to get the strength right on this to get one of those 3 reds. And he couldn't have played that better.
9. 10.
Again, just a little bit out of position. The cue ball going away from the two open reds.
$16. 17.
23. Wilkinson, 36 points in front in this opening frame.
$24.
And he'll be settling down a bit now.
$30.
Probably go for the blue this time, I would think, and if he gets the red and the blue, Tony Meal will need snookers.
31.
I don't think either of the remaining reds will pot, so if he's got the angle, we'll have to go through and probably try and disturb something. Well, he's played to leave a very difficult cut into the corner pocket.
36.
Brilliant start by young Glen Wilkinson. He took the first frame. Tony Meo showed all his guile and experience to come back and level at 1 frame apiece in the second. We joined the third frame with the score 1-all.
One.
Well, this is a great chance to get a few points on the board in this final frame.
6. 7.
Nice angle on
14.
the red into the corner pocket to get the cue ball back onto the black. May have possibly got a little bit straighter than he would have liked, but can still get round, I think. And he's played that well.
15.
And this time he could take the cue ball into the bunch of reds and still leave a red into the top right-hand corner pocket. Well, that's what he attempted to do, but he didn't make contact on the red that he wanted to.
22.
Playing a plant into the corner pocket, one red onto another.
23.
Well, that's a good shot.
30. $31.
Well, that one certainly gave itself up.
38.
Stayed in the jaws of the pocket.
$39.
And still in perfect position. Well, the pink spot is covered by the reds, so it has to go into the highest spot
45.
available, which is the yellow on this occasion. In fact, it's the only spot available.
$46.
And a nice angle to leave a red into the opposite corner pocket.
$51.
Hasn't quite gone far enough. Would have liked to have had the angle to get onto the blue. He may be forced to go back to one of the colours on the balk line.
52.
The red nearest the black and the bunch of three reds will go into the top right-hand corner pocket. So that's the one that he's going to try and get on. He's played to
58.
leave a long red into the corner pocket. So he's 58 points in front. A possible 67 left on the table, so he needs one of these remaining reds and one colour to leave Tony Mio, the defending champion, requiring a snooker.
Youngster Glen Wilkinson leading 59-1, and everyone was getting set for an upset. Tony Mio, the title holder, needed snookers to remain in the tournament.
Well, he flukes the red, but he's got to try and get a colour from this, and it will be a low one, so he'll need two snookers afterwards.
$5.
So Tony Mio in all sorts of trouble.
6.
Trailing by 50 points. 43 left on the table, so he
13.
requires 2 snookers. Just checking the scoreboard. Well, that certainly didn't work out the way that he wanted it to.
To Tony Mia. Glen Wilkinson 64, Tony Mio 15. Foul stroke.
Well, that's unlucky, and also left a free ball.
4 to Tony Mio. Free ball.
The red may go into the blue may go into the corner pocket, and he could also get onto the blue or pink afterwards. The blue became a red for the purpose of that shot and scores 1.
Six.
Well, puts him 39 points behind. He may possibly pop this red and get back onto the black. He's got the angle to do that. Still needs 1 snooker.
Six to Tony Mio.
After some minutes of safety play, the score remained the same.
And there's a little bit short of pace there. He would like to have
1.
gone the other side of the black, which would enable him to get back onto the yellow.
Eight. Ten. Thirteen. $17.
So he still requires 1 snooker. And he's potted the colours up to the blue. He needs 1 snooker on the blue to win by 1 point. That's a very good shot there from Tony Meo.
17 to Tony Meo.
I think that Glen Wilkinson can...
Glen Wilkinson 64, Tony Meo 42.
He can bend the cue ball round the pink off the top cushion and hit the blue. Shouldn't really be too much trouble. So he can breathe again. So Tony Meo trailing by 22 points. Possible 18 left on the table. Well, this looks a possibility here. Looks that he could clip the blue thin and possibly get behind the black. And this has got to be a big swerve. We really got to get into this one. Oh, that's so unlucky.
Foul stroke. 5 to Tony Meo.
Well, that was absolutely amazing. Tremendous shot.
Glen Wilkinson 64, Tony Meo 47.
Didn't look room around that blue. And Tony asking Glen to play again.
Follow on.
And this is not the easiest of safety shots. "17 points in front. Possible 18 on the table. The frames all level at 1 each. Another good shot from Tony. And played to get that full in the face, and a little bit lucky not to leave it. May possibly cut, but it would be very dangerous. Still
5.
requiring pink and black.
Five to Tony Mio.
Well, Tony, the defending champion, and struggling to win this first round match.
Thank you, James.
But he has come back from the brink of defeat. Well, that is so
Foul
unlucky.
stroke. 6 to Tony Mio.
Well, Tony Mio
On the
leading
shot, gentlemen,
pink
please.
and black.
Thank you. Six.
Well, just the black required. And a very disappointed Glen Wilkinson. And down he goes. A great win by defending champion Tony Mio. He beats Glen Wilkinson 2 frames to 1 and goes through to the second round.
So what a remarkable comeback there by Tony Mio, needing that black to take the third frame and winning 2-1. A great match by the youngster Glen Wilkinson, though, who goes to the lead in the Winfield highest break competition with that break of 58. Tony Mio's opponent in the next round will be the winner between Terry